Turn 19. All right, we could get civics or courthouse. Courthouse is pretty good. 100 civics is also pretty good with wisdom on our heir. Courthouse seems really good though. Hard to pass up a courthouse realistically. Okay, clear this out. Victory. We definitely want the horses in range, so we're going to settle here. Horse site. All right, so we can tutor her again with our king consort. So 80. Did we fall out of love? Oh, he's in love. Oh, we're still influencing. Okay. Rhetoric, border boost, spoked wheel. I don't want to get spoked wheel early because I feel like I'm going to get pressure here from our friends at Fluffy. I need a 5 strength unit. So I think here we're going to do a worker. Let's go ahead and do that. We'll definitely want to get these horses up and running, the pasture, and we're definitely going to want to get this up and running. Definitely want this quarry as well. Lots to get. Definitely want this foods as well. Which way do we want to build our... Probably want to build our barracks, garrison, something like this. This. Ranges here. This is definitely over planning, but important to keep stuff in mind. Anyone we can assign here? Nope. Cool. All right. Our worker is done. Don't have camps. We could start a quarry, which we probably should. We do kind of need iron though. Let's get that up and running, and then we can start the quarry next turn, which is pretty late, honestly, for a quarry. But would rather get this up and running, given that we do have some stone in the bank at the moment. All right, this is chilling here. This can chop, chop, and chop. Okay. Presume I'm going to get punched out of borders there. Not actually sure what'll happen. We'll find out. I assume so. Not really sure. Well, we'll find out. I presume it's not going to just reveal me because he settled right here. So he's cleared this spot already, so he's a little bit ahead of me in terms of timing. So we have a settler going here, 4 years. Definitely probably need more. It's definitely going to be interesting here. Is spoked wheel the right call? I think so. It's a 5 strength tech, which we'll need. Route is also really valuable. So we'll definitely want to get some trapping going as well. Probably onagers. Realistically, we want onagers. We're a long way away from getting to, very long way away from getting to advanced culture in any of those cities. So, yeah. Apprentice Acolyte will finish next turn. And then we just need a citizen somehow. Okay, let's go ahead and send some back. Turn 20. All right, we've influenced our king consort. Giving birth to another child, which is great. Sure, we can take some stone from our husband. So he's plus 100, though he holds a favor, so that's minus 20. But notice he is giving us 7.6 science because he's our husband and also his court minister. So that's a significant amount of our science. It's beating plus 50% because he's... All right, so I think we definitely want to heal this up. we have spawned this. I think we want to go towards this site here. Is there anyone we can get as a general? So I think we have the choice here of getting a general, which I think is good, or holding court, which costs 100 training, but civics is really, really good. So let's do that. All right, we need 3 years. We can festival, which should turn that into 2. And over here, I think I kind of want to push another settler here. We will be able to settle here and here relatively quickly. I think that makes sense. I think there's any good governor options here. So, all right, so we did get punted. That's great. So we see here what's going on. I think it might be time to move the other scout over as well, so we can get some vision in sort of a safer way. So because we'll get that scout there, we can discover some more landmarks and really poke around a little bit, see what's going on. So he's on 4 cities as well. Yeah, so we definitely want to get that scout over there. I think chopping time is over at this point. Does that make sense? Or maybe we just pull... can we even pull this scout back? Let's see here. We could. We can pull this scout back and just sit there, and then we can chopping time. It's probably a better use of orders for us. So we'll go clear this next, I think. Yeah. It feels a little bad with not building a worker here to get that ore online. Probably send that worker up over there first. We'll see here. We definitely will want mill drill as well in our list of things we want. Is hold court better? I think so, especially since we'll be able to assign a general next turn, potentially, or turn after next. So, yeah. Okay. All right, let's... okay. Let's go ahead and send this one back. Turn 21 drought has started. Yeah, we'll buy food. Zealot? Definitely don't want Zealot. Sure, we can take a truce for the Vandals. All right, let's see here. I want a vision of him at the moment. We have our worker. I realize, to my horror, I forgot a second shrine. You've been probably watching and thinking, Alcris, you don't have a second shrine yet. So that's unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. We don't have any groves. We do have a camp potentially. Yeah, we'll just take this one. We don't have a second shrine. It's okay. We will get a citizen and then we can buy it, hopefully, because we're 2 years away, so we'll be able to rush it. But that's a big oversight. We forgot that second shrine. Whoopsie. All right, over here. How do we want to deal with this? Probably don't want to move fully into range. Heal. Heal. This warrior can't quite get in. Really would like to take out the site if we can. This guy can do some more chop chop. Chop. Can harvest the elephants. That ends our turn. We will take a little bit of damage. That's okay. with just 1 unit. I think, yeah, I can't go further than here. So yeah, we'll probably need 1 more heal here. Yeah, I can't believe I forgot that second shrine. That's not great. But hopefully the festival will get us 20 growth, which will will be enough. Yes, it will be enough. So in theory we could, yeah. So we'll have 3 years. In theory we could spin out a second worker, because we should have that growth. So worker 2 in cap, just as a note to ourselves. Okay. And we'll want to move scout next turn as well. Probably would want, I might have to shift all this down, I think, 1, because I would like the shrine, Grove Shrine? No. Grove Shrine is, yes. No, I'm already using the Grove Shrine. Oopsie. So yeah, we can just put all that back. Definitely want to put a training shrine over here where there's ore. We also need to pull horses in here. So yeah, okay, let's go ahead and send it back. Turn 22, more droughting. Is at war with the Numidians. We've got a courtier, another schemer. Schemer powered science. All right, looks like he declared war on the Numidians, but isn't fighting yet. I want to move the scout over here. Oh, we discovered the volcano, which implies there's also legitimacy here that we didn't get. All right, we will move that in there. All right, which one's our warden guy? This guy? Is there a river? I don't think there's a river. Can move in there. And we can come in here and attack. So, should be able to clear that out. And settler's not quite ready. We can go and get quarry started. Judge is probably good. And then here, we do indeed have enough time to finish a second worker, which will help bring this city site online a little better. Okay, so, and then in start Akko in 3 years, or Ashako as well. All right, so pretty good. The settler will be done in 2 years. So we'll be in 6. Lots of barbs to clear here. He is similar and naive, which is promising. We are pushing pretty hard science-wise with all our ministers and schemers. Judge into judge is always great. I think I had 1 game where I chained like 4 judges in a row and it worked pretty well. Yeah, we probably will want to hold court again next turn. I don't think we have the order for it this turn. Yeah, so yep. Definitely want to get those quarries. Turn 21 quarry, a bit late. Probably want to get another quarry up and running. Juro and Aqueduct could be interesting here, actually. But I don't think it's worth it. It'll be a lot of cash because all those farms, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It would just be 30 gold. It's not that much, like as much as a gold mine. And we will have culture next turn, so that's pretty good. And Spoke Wheel's 4 years away, which is we'll want to probably rush in horses here. Yeah, need to get that horse online then, I guess, in 3. All right, let's go ahead and send it back. Turn 23. We can just take the XP, I guess. All right. We clear this. That means it spawns in 5 years. So just double checking. We don't particularly care about 5-year spawn. Yeah, that should be fine. This is almost spawned. We can hold court again. We reached developing faster than he did. He is still on weak. He hasn't started clearing here yet. We can chop some more chops. Just chill there, I think, because we do anything with our friends? No, I can't. Option 2 is to influence Numidians. Maybe we can get peace with them. She's severely ill, though, so probably maybe the next leader. Keep an eye on Numidian leader. So we're going to have a settler, which will settle here. And then the question is, do we push for this site? Do we think we can get this site? Basically, skip this site, pull the settler here in 5 years, and just take this, take the middle. I don't know if there's another site here. I don't think there is. I'd be surprised if there was, but maybe there is. I don't have great vision. Don't think it makes sense to loop around to poke. I'd rather keep this just as our early warning system. Yeah. We're just going to burn 2 orders, I guess. Everyone's pretty happy at the moment. Guess I can tutor this child with her king consort. These are our last 2 orders there. So, cool, right? Let's go ahead and send this one back. We should be able to clear this out next turn. Question whether we want to clear the city site first. I think there's sometimes positive events for clearing a tribe, sometimes very negative events for clearing a tribe. I don't know. We can test that out next game. Next turn. All right, let's send it back. Turn 24. Fluffy completed the pyramids. The new ruler of the Numidians. All right, Numidian unity. We could negotiate. I think we want to negotiate. Because I would like to get peace with them. 2,000 food seems like a lot to stockpile. But we don't want to make our master disappointed. Definitely don't want corrupt, so we'll pick that. Right, we need to move this one over. So I think we take this out. Intolerant is not great. Settler would have been amazing, but we don't have colonies and won't have it easily. Actually want to, I think, move this slightly differently. We want to attack with this guy because this guy's the warden and that's an urban tile. Usually having more damage next turn, and then here we can move over that way. Cool. All right, we have a worker ready to go. I think we want to go over here and get that up and running. So we could shopkeeper. It's pretty good. Lots of science, lots of cash. Let's go ahead and start the long shopkeeper. Always good to get that early in your trader seat. Okay, so then we're being tutored. We'll definitely need more food at some point. This is set. We can chop and then chop, I guess. And then this guy might move over and fling a spear at us. But hey, been maxing orders and getting some good wood income as well. I think this just sits there. Yeah, and then maybe influence new Numidian ruler. Anything else we had? Nope. Drought has ended, so that's good. Really want to get a couple more mines up and running as well. This is clear, so this guy's coming over. I'm not sure what this will be. I think this needs to be trader realistically, because I need another production center for trader workers. This site might be interesting to get to as well. Yeah. Okay, no good governors for our riders available. Numidians are just plus 20, so maybe that influence event from the new ruler will be interesting. Would love to have peace with these folks, so they just raid Fluffy. And we're about to clear out the Danes here, unless there's another day in sight. So we'll see. Okay, I think that concludes this turn. And we will go ahead and send it back. And yeah, rush Echo next turn. All right, let's send it back. Turn 25. Fluffy's at war with the Vandals. Okay, probably need to move this guy in. Stone is generally very good to get. 200 stone, that's a lot of stone. What else has spin us into a free heavy chariot, which will be useful. Clear that out. Lots of vents. We can do another judge. We have a tribal alliance with Numidians. Sweet. That's great. So we do just have that one site. So here we have a choice of scribe, worker, or scribe. Always a free specialist is pretty great. We can go charisma. Keep this guy moving over. We have our second settler. We can do this. Could rush it. It's also 2 turns. So we could also just wait 2 turns. So that's not that big a deal. Is it worth rushing for 330 gold? Let's rush it just to make sure we lock it in. Okay. And like here, we can get horses online here. I think that's probably priority 1. What do we want to do for 3 turns? Council, I guess. Let's see, anything else we can do? We have a settler coming out here. We do eventually want to get that ore online. 2 workers over here. Can aim to finish those mines, maybe. What else can we do here? Ziggurat is a little bit out of reach, unless we sell some wood. 210. Is it out of reach? 266. So yeah, that's slightly out of reach, unless we sold wood and food, which I don't think it's worth doing. Let's see what other improvements we have. We could build a garrison here, no point really. I do think we want to potentially get some farms up. We could get a farm here. And then get a farm here. We do need to get a little bit more food running, and we do have that ambition for 2,000. Mines, look at a mine there, and maybe some mines here. That seems a little more reasonable. So mining around the ore. Random hills here. Okay, we can hold court again. Always good. We could get a chancellor, should we so desire. In fact, we should. 1.2 growth per city is really good. So we can take care of that. We have these warriors here. This guy's over here. We do have a tribal alliance now, which is great. Can chop. And then move. And then just rest, I guess. For 1 order, we can get a upgrade versus ranged units. So, right, I think that pretty much ends our turn. I do think stone boost is worth taking, given our paltry stone income at the moment. Option 2 would be get to labor force, but I think there's some nice techs here. Free heavy chariot would be very useful. Portcullis. etc. So our science is doing pretty well. And yeah, we should be able to get Zoroastrianism founded next turn, which will be very nice. Right, let's go ahead and send this back. Turn 26, we discovered Stone Boost. We can take Wisdom. Alright, so we have Smoked Wheel. That's great. Oh, no, we have Stone Boost. We already have Smoked Wheel. Free Heavy Chariot did not come up. I think we want to probably grab Trapping out of this. Good to get some Slingers ranged. Under his spell, Ambassador will get disappointed with us, but that's okay, I think. Builder. Definitely good. We finally have a builder available. The settler can continue moving over here. Aksum has the pyramids and 5 weak cities, so he settled a 5th city somewhere. We're on a 4. Where did he settle his 5th city? Oh no, I guess he has these 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. We knew about that. Okay. So this worker's done. I feel like this is a really good quarry spot, so we should take it. Shopkeeper's on its way. Maybe we force march. What do you think? I don't have that many more things I want to do. So let's force march and found traders. And I think we start worker here as well. And that lets me heal these guys up. And that one can just passively heal. Scout here. This scout can chop and move one more tile. Over here, we finished our Apprentice Acolyte, so we should be getting our religion spawned soon. We can produce one more settler. I think that's probably the best option here. We don't need that settler though. Well, no, we need one more here and one more here. Yeah, that's probably the best option for another settler there. Nothing else is going to have that much growth. We'll get online that quickly. So we can potentially try to settle that central site. Okay, let's check any notes that I had. He's still on his original leader. Yep. Compassionate. That's pretty much it. Yeah, so we can either settle here and then here, or we can go straight for there. Yeah. Trapping, and then we can spin towards Free Heavy Chariot as well. Similar naive, so yeah. And then here, I think we're probably going to want to import horses. Yeah. Definitely want to work her up here, get this game online. Yeah, cool. All right, let's go ahead and send this one back. Turn 27. Our husband died. We just haven't had any luck with husbands. We found Zoroastrianism. Can definitely take the civics. Yeah, we can take the wisdom. Think about adapting. We could add a sword cult, which gets us 2 culture, which I think I prefer to wielding in battle. Just the question, where do we want to put this sword cult? I would like to grab that ore. Unfortunately, I don't think there's a way for me to grab the ore without overriding. Do I get to click? I do get to click. Cool. The new interface instead of having to mark it ahead of time. So we could go here. We could go here. Probably here because we already have a shrine. Let's do that. That gets us that, and that gets us that ore in boundaries as well, which is pretty good, which will help get that mine ambition. Also get some more iron because we're pretty iron starved at the moment. All right, looks like he is engaging our friend. I don't know that we're going to be able to save the Numidians at all. Realistically, I don't think we are. That's a pretty scary force that he's got. So now we have a choice in terms of where we want to go. We could, in theory, cut through. Is there a way through here? Actually, that's kind of interesting. So yeah, we can scout that. So we have a couple choices. We could go directly here and try to help save the Numidians, which seems unlikely that will work. It's just too many. We could go here and clear out these troops. That seems probably like the right call. Or we could try to settle this site. I think my thinking is we probably want to move towards here, like this somewhere like that. And we can go Besieger and heal. I think we want to get that up and running. I do have vision thanks to the Tribal Alliance. I'm not entirely sure why I brought this guy back here, but we'll work with it for now. We can chop here, and then just hide in here. Or can we actually get into healing range? We cannot get into healing range. We can go, yeah, we can't get into healing range. If we undo the chop, can we get into healing range? We can. So maybe we get into healing range over here, that we can heal this up, and then we'll slowly engage there. Or it might actually be a better idea just to chop and move and keep an eye on vision over here. So I think it makes sense to found here, and then figure out here. I don't think we can save this Numidian site. I would like to get this. I mean, this was interesting to clear. Interesting, this was not a landmark. This was. So I don't know that we can found on there. I'm not really sure it's a good idea to move this guy back, but I've already made the move and I did scout this, so I don't particularly want to reveal, like undo, because it feels like I've already scouted it. Yeah, so we can clear this out. I think we kind of have to kill the stragglers first, which means we might get another spawn, which is okay. We should get horses in one turn, so we'll be able to start a yeah, and this will be able to settle, so I think that makes sense. So we're going to settle the near site. And then we have one more order here that we could use for something. Can maybe move it slightly this way so we can move towards, yeah, I don't know. Remove the chop, and then we could hide. We'll redo that, and then we could remove the chop, and then we could just hide in here maybe, and then basically be able to heal in there if desired. But again, if we're going to be founding here, then it doesn't make sense to do that, and we can just maybe go here. I don't want to take more damage, so I'm going to stay there, and we're just going to burn an order, I guess. We can't hold court, but we could consider it next turn. I don't think we're going to be able to save the Numidians. These things are going to do a lot of damage, sadly. So there's nothing we could do. And I don't think we can get our settler there to settle it before they can, which would be the other very, very daring option to do. Rush a settler over there and then like settle the city by buying it from the Numidians. It just feels like that's going to be too bloody. Makes more sense to clear this site and get another site up and running. Since he hasn't settled that site, and I have settled my site, but he has settled this one and I haven't. So I think that makes sense. I think I agree with the shrine there. Right, I think we'll just leave one order free. Is there a husband we should consider marrying? We probably will get some offers. We're out of childbearing range at this point, so it's not particularly urgent to fix, but of course helps with family opinion. But yeah, we're pretty good on civics. He is on 3 laws: slavery, centralization, and divine rule. So he's gotten up to labor force and has aristocracy, and of course started with divine rule. We are only on 1, so trapping. Yeah, I think I do want to pick up free heavy chariot if it spins up next turn. Otherwise, labor force, so we can get some roads going. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how this goes. He is similar and naive, so I think yes, both of us have 3 units. Maybe we can tip over to stronger. We should be able to also start it looks like we have a scholar that shows up here. Not particularly great to apply. Anything here? Interesting. Prince Consort. I guess our daughter's husband. Is that right? Yes. We could apply him somewhere. So, although again, not particularly great. This one's probably going to get some workers up. We do have traders. We both have traders that will help with road building to connect everything. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it then for this turn. It would be nice to eventually get coastal movement here. I don't think it's going to happen, just given the way the cities are laid out. They're pretty far from the coast. But in theory, we could like do a brigade of shrines and like urban tiles if we wanted to set him as our ruler. All right, enough babbling. Let's go ahead and send this one back. It's definitely going to prove interesting. We may want to heal this up and move it back. We have vision from the Tribal Alliance. This is probably going to be within his borders. It's going to be really hard to get, but it might be worth healing it up. The reason I want to heal them up is because that will let me deploy them as agents more quickly in case I do want to get portcullis, because I am one away from portcullis. We spoke wheel and picking trapping instead of portcullis right now. Is that the right call? Portcullis is 11 years, so I think so. We'll need a little more science before we can get that up and running. I think we do need to prioritize sovereignty and ideally machinery, because this terrain is going to be really great for just setting up a wall of onagers. Ideally, we would like to take this site and not have him take that site. He is at war with Vandals. We are not. But he's going to have to settle this site first. We do have... we could move this here. We do have one order. We can hide this guy so it's further away from him and he has to come in more. Makes it harder for him to kill it. So we can do that. Abuse our tribal alliance. All right, let's go ahead and set this back. Turn 28. Okay, I think we do want to take the free Hatti chariot. Will help. Looks like he's already managing to do a lot of damage here, which I guess that's the end of that story. All right. I think we do want to hold court potentially. All right, so we can chariot up here. I think we move over here and get a mine going. This can go all the way over there. Okay. This can come up here. Kills. Cool. We have a worker left here, which can do another farm. Actually, can we get to this mine? We can't. So, we start the farm. We won't be able to hold court if we do that, which is unfortunate. Here we can import horses. Anything we can do to make this slightly more efficient? I guess we can reduce our here. Oops, too far, too far. Keep undoing. I think we... All right, so let's maybe do the military moves first. Yeah. Okay. Heal up. Okay. Guard chariot. Import horses. Guard a farm. We're not going to clear that right away, so I guess we hold court. And then we can move this into borders so it starts healing. That seems reasonable. I did want to start the farm. I think we should take Zoro as a state religion. We do have the civics for it, so let's go ahead and do that as well. We didn't get the ambition for state religion, which was what I was fishing for. But probably worth grabbing Zoro. Yeah, choices wise, drama, free heavy fur. Yeah, I think we definitely want this because there's more stuff down there. Labor force is also something we would like. And Navi for orders. So it looks like he's going to clear this out pretty quickly here. Nothing we can do about it, fortunately. So, yeah. And our settler will just move. We're not ready to settle anyway. We will deal with one more spawn here, unfortunately, from clearing this, but that's okay. Yeah. Okay, I think that concludes our turn. We do have this chariot. No one good as the governor. Oh, we do have a governor there, which isn't that particularly amazing. Pretty good civics growth. That's our last settler, potentially for that site, although we'll see whether we can contest it. With 3 slingers, he is stronger now, so that's a troubling sign. So we definitely need to get this come online, so that means he has more than just this. And also those are all highly promoted compared to our units, which are not. Fluffy does a good job promoting. All right, I think that will end our turn. Free Heavy Chariot will help a little bit, but yeah, a little worried that he's stronger. But at least we're building some military units, and we'll get some horses online here shortly. All right, let's go ahead and send it back. Turn 29. Fluffy also converted to Zoroastrianism. Maybe not clear how new clerics work. Vandal Peace, we become unpopular. That doesn't seem good. Okay, let's take a look at the front here. He has founded his 6th city here and adopted Zoroastrianism. I'm not sure how did it spread. Unclear on those mechanics. Let's take a look at what New Clerics does. New Clerics can train Christian without religion. Yeah, so I guess it must have spread naturally. So, interesting. So we both have Zoroastrianism. Is that across the river? Okay, so we can hit this, hit that. Probably actually want to move that this way, go in this way. How many XP does that have? That's level 2. So I think we actually want the kill on the low XP guy. So closer to a level up. Can heal up here. Lost vision. Settler and our scout. So yeah, let's move our settler over. Perhaps the sheep while we're at it. This scout can just chop, cut, chop, move, and then we just burn in order, I guess. We don't have allied. I guess we can attack the city in order. I think getting away will help us. Actually, with workers, we should move, so maybe we should dump scout stuff like that. Yeah, let's undo the settler move. Redo, undo, okay. And then let's see what our workers are. We can build some more farms here. That seems good. We got a farm up here. We can heal for next turn, and then we can move this settler. And then with our last remaining order, we can have this guy. Oh, we have 2 of these guys. Won't be enough, so we can have this guy attack that. So that's okay. Yeah. Yeah, not sure how he became. We may want to influence religion head. Next turn. Think about. We'll start the mines. That's already there. That will start improve horses. Got a worker on its way. Yeah, we're on 6 versus 5. He has 3 laws, same 3 that he had before. Not sure where he picked up our state religion from. I guess he got nat spread somewhere. Really unclear how that mechanic worked, and maybe unclear there. Yeah, and then Fluffy sent me a cryptic message, Tutor Cartier by any chance, which I don't quite know what he means because I don't think I have anyone named Cartier. Sure what that means. I don't think I have a card here. Looking at what he has Gudit, Prince Gudit, son of Gudit. Yeah, not sure. Okay, we have our last settler that will be for that site if we can take it, given that he is showing stronger. I don't know that we will be able to. Worst case, it converts to a worker. But I think it's good to have the optionality of getting it. All right, I think that ends our turn. Free Heavy Chariot in 2 years, which will help quite a bit as well. All right, let's go ahead and send this back.